This short video is going to show you how to access the Sandbox so that you can practice some of your skills in the technology platform. Before we begin entering the Sandbox, I wanted to ensure that you are paying attention to these home screen messages that you're getting. So when you sign into the North Carolina Formative Assessment Process Technology platform, you're going to have some information here on your home screen. Here you'll see a welcome message that says to click here to learn about the requirements for the North Carolina Kindergarten Entry Assessment. So if you click there, what you're going to see is a letter from Director John Pruitt, which tells you the requirements for the kindergarten entry constructs for this school year. So it might be important for you to take a look at that if you haven't seen that already. So it shows the required constructs, and then you'll need to check with your school district to see what additional constructs are required, which may be optional constructs here, and one of these constructs here, or perhaps all of these if your school district has required those. So be sure that you check out these messages on your home screen, and if your school is involved in the usability study, you'll want to check that out as well to see your school district and ensure that your school is listed here. Only the schools listed here are the ones that are participating in the usability study, which involves first, second, and third grade trying out these constructs, and kindergarten teachers trying out an additional construct as well. So I just wanted to call your attention to these important announcements on your home screen when you sign in and arrive on your home screen there. So let's take a look at the Sandbox. So when you sign in, you'll see your class listed here. My class is called the Ritzy Gardeners. And to go into the Sandbox, you'll just click on this drop-down menu, and you'll see the Sandbox pop up, and you just click on there. And then you'll get this red bar at the top of your screen, which lets you know that you're in the Sandbox. And you're free to practice your skills then without engaging with your actual data from your classroom. And it'll just tell you you're currently in the Sandbox. So if you would like to see the students that are in the Sandbox, then you can just click on this Evidence tab. And you'll see that Annabelle and Juan have already been loaded into the Sandbox for you. And you can practice with Annabelle and Juan, practice uploading, adding evidence. So let's give that a try. Let's add a piece of evidence for Annabelle. I'm going to click on Annabelle's name in order to do that. I've selected her. And then I'm going to put in a date. So I click on that bar and the calendar pops up. So I'll select a date by clicking on it. Then I want to add a note. So I'm going to click on this little plus sign to open that bar. And I'm just going to put test note because we're just trying this out. If I had a file to upload, I could do that by clicking on this plus again. And then if I clicked on add file, it would pull up any picture or video that I had uploaded to my computer. The best way to upload pictures and videos is to do that through using the app on your iPad or smartphone. That's the most secure way to do that. And you could take a picture of Annabelle's work, of a note that you had handwritten that you didn't want to type again here into this box. You could take video of children working together if your district has enabled you to do that. But adding a additional file is not required in any way. Your documentation can be your note that you've added here. There's no need to go add an additional file here. That's entirely up to you. What you do want to do is assign a construct to it. So let's say that I observed Annabelle following directions. So I'm going to choose here Language Development and Communications. That is the domain where we can find following directions. So I've clicked on that. And then I'm going to choose following directions, and I'll see that check mark appear there. Click Save and Continue. And that will take me to the following directions construct within the platform. Let's say that I need to see more of this construct because Annabelle was beyond emerging. She went beyond this step and beyond this step. So I'm going to click this arrow to see more of the construct progression. And let's see what I saw her do. So I gave two-step directions, and Annabelle needed a scaffold. She needed a visual cue. So I had pictures with two-step directions, and that's what I observed Annabelle doing. I showed her the pictures for the two-step directions, and then she was able to follow them. So that is how I interpreted the evidence for Annabelle. So then I'm going to click Save and Continue. Now what that does is it tells me way to go. I've added some evidence, and then I can add another piece of evidence for Annabelle, or I can view the evidence. And also, as I'm doing this, I get this evidence summary to the right-hand side that tells me the child's name, the evidence date, the note that I put in, which would be your observational note. I didn't attach a file, and then the construct. So then I can view the evidence if I'd like. And then it shows me the date, the construct, and then how I interpreted that evidence along the construct, along with my note. And then it tells me who entered that evidence. So this is just a way for you to practice your skills within the platform. You can practice looking at reports as well. If I wanted to do an evidence status report, now that I have some evidence in there for Annabelle, I can see that evidence. Here it is for language development communication. I have two pieces of evidence in there for Annabelle. I could do an individual child report for her if I wanted to. So it's just a way for you to practice your skills with the platform. And then when you're finished in the sandbox, you just click this down arrow again, and you can reset it if you want to start fresh the next time, and you just click to exit and it'll take you back to your class.